So, under Tandon Zanzega's orders, as we look to get this latest quarterfinal match, already 2 quarterfinal matches settled. As well, what do we are back, we are underway here at the Orlando Stadium. Orlando Pirates, the home side, attacking the goals to the right of your picture. It's the 41st time that this league, this competition, the League Cup, has been played. As a little bit of improvisation there. It's Pirates, oh, a mistake here! And a wonderful save from Chipazeze! Oh, a mistake defensively there, almost allowed Pirates in! Now Chipazeze can wrap it up. It did excellent work there. So many times their savior last season, Elvis Chipazeze, that was Mbutuma. Golden opportunity there. He'll be so desperate to get on the score sheet. He'll wants to redeem himself after missing that spot kick in sudden death. Ndaba, the cross into the middle is a good one. Chipazeze behind the ball. Elvis Chipazeze kept 2 clean sheets in the 4 matches in last season's Carling knockout, on their way to winning. Maswanganyi, and a great block, and again, and Chipazeze makes another save. Oh, they are working him hard. Nemtajela looking to make it 2 goals in 2 matches for the Buccaneers, having gotten his first over the weekend.
Nice and low, and take into account, Titi, that the field is a bit wet. It was watered just before the 2 teams came in for the game.
And Yanela Mbutuma all getting a run as Chipazeze makes a mistake there. Came out and didn't collect and could be in trouble here. And no power. And no power. And another save from Chipazeze, even though that one was a fairly comfortable one.
Yeah, but that earlier drop there maybe doesn't quite give him a good lift.
Chipazeze has had to make 4 saves, and he's going to have to make another here as Maswanganyi stings his gloves. What a busy time he is having.
Well, it's becoming like shooting practice and training for Chipazeze.
No, it's just not happening. There for Pirates, have done everything but score. But there could be trouble here, because here comes Musadi, and then he rushed it. That man Musadi again.
He's got speed. He's very quick.
It's often Musadi that is left alone there. He and now ball whipped in. Oh my goodness! Oh wow! 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 What a save! Chipazeze. He is bringing out the form that we saw last season. That is some save. Oh wow!
I'm glad you get excited like this, because you understand how crucial was that save. I mean, 0 reaction time, is almost right into his face, and yet he gets his head up there just in time to push it over.
Incredible reflexes from a Zimbabwean international. A little shake of a head. My goodness, it's Orlando Pirates versus Elvis Chipazeze here. Elvis is in the building. Whipped in by Apollos.
Wow, that for me, clearly, I'm not sure. Yes, Chipazeze is a great goalkeeper, we know, but you know what? It's almost one of those impossible saves to make. Very few is what you'll see in around the world. A goalkeeper making a save from that kind of range in that fashion. I mean, dancing is one that you can pick up from the lot.
There could be a chance here. Shot! Oh! Off the crossbar! Oh! Chirambandare did ever so well to turn and fire. I think what will upset Chain a lot as well is that he was allowed to turn and fire in a shot Take a look at this. Juggles the ball.
Yeah, a bit poor from Levito. I mean, once the play turns, there's only one way. I mean, the goal is within range. So he needed to throw his everything, his body on the line to just to make sure that he blocks the shot. China beaten.
Caution. Just red lights going off there. A warning for Pirates. This Magesi side do pose a threat. So now Palace! Oh! Again the frame of the bar of the goals come to the rescue. That's a goal kick. What a poor shot that was. Not sure that effort there.
Let me tell you, Chipezuza nearly gets caught here because I don't think he expected a shot from there.
Oh, what a shot it was. It's swerving, it's dipping. Crossbar to the rescue.
Here's something that maybe, let me just try to explain it. You see, for a goalkeeper, before he makes a save, he's going to drop a bit and then jump for the save. And if you get caught before you do that drop, you half the time don't have the leverage to spring to get to the ball. And that is what happened to Chipezuza there.
And when you talk about the drop, you talk about dipping so you can push off.
Yes.
Now, Pirates again. Oh my goodness! It needed something special. It needed something special. They didn't want the easy stuff. Muremi produces something special. Chipezuza finally beaten. Defiance broken. What a strike from Tsepo Muremi.
They were dropping too deep, Magesi. If you look at Muremi, the amount of time he had on the ball, he brought it down, looked up, and there was nobody approaching, and he let loose. And boy, oh boy, he drops here, giving himself a bit of space. They took time.
That is a cracker of a goal.
Man.
A fabulous strike from Tsepo Muremi. Finally breaks the deadlock here. And Pirates take the deserved lead. The power.
On the laces. Mashiko tries to come, but it's too late. Once again, Chipezuza is making sense. Nobody closing him down quick enough.
Not for the first time. They got away with it several times, not closing down. But Tsepo Muremi has punished them suitably. Gets his first of a Kali knockout. That will ease a lot of nerves, I'm sure, in the stands. Oh! Magesi very nearly equal. Again! It's the frame of the goals that comes to the rescue. The crossbar again. Whew, that was close. So close to equalizer.
They're still pretty much in there. Once again, they're not creating too many chances, but the few that they do, Sisiane here is the man. He's been out of the picture for the most part of the game. When he shows up, boy, that was worrying.
Former Kaizer Stars man, very quiet game he's had. Sisiane, and just so unlucky. Desperately unlucky, but there again, Pirates there must just be warned that there's still work to be done here.
Lots of work.
With the goal. Could be a chance here. Oh, Mahopa. Would that have been his first touch?
I think so.
I think it may have very easily, if his first touch could have been a goal.
Maybe the bounce there, not favoring him. But imagine the slightest of touches might have done the trick for him.
For Pirates, it looks as if it's Dino van Rooyen who is about to make an enter. That's a great ball offside. Saved the flag, saved his blushes because he missed. That was a real chance, Muremi. That was would have been a bad miss had the flag not gone up.
Look where he comes from, very deep. But cleverly the defender lets him loose. That for me was very good defending. don't necessarily have to chase just about all the time. See what the line looks like and hold your run back slightly. He's had a decent game as well.
That's tidy without being flashy.
Yeah.
Nice pass there to Mahupa! Wonderful! What a great team goal! What a great team goal and evidence, Mahupa! Only the finishes with a plum. That's what a coach loves to see when a sub makes an impact in the game. That's exactly what evidence Mahupa has done.
What had gone missing in the Orlando Pirates side, it's those type of passes that were effective in that first half, and I think they died down a bit. So suddenly with the fresh legs, with more offensive players that can find the pocket spaces in that attacking third, suddenly is how Makopa gets this opportunity to turn.
His first goal, or rather his second goal of the season, his first in this season's Carling knockout. What a finish, touch and shoot. Knows where the goals are.
And an assist from Sangari. Just when we're saying he's had a decent game. Pockets of spaces. He finds it and he's unmarked. Tense.
Scored last season as well, did Mahopa. Evidence Mahopa, then I think it's safe to say, has secured Pirates' passage to the semi-finals for what will be a 15th time. So this is the perfect response then from Pirates. By the way, you know, after the disappointment of the weekend, but this will extend their run of form to one loss in their last 15 matches in all competitions, which is a really good run. Skabelo Dlamini, cement down.
Mahlasela.
Of course, the Saturday that they're calling upon, they've got a big game on Saturday. Mamelodi Sundowns are the opponents at the weekend. Sundowns will be the home game in that one. The home team, rather. Got a chance there. Oh, they pull one back. Whew. A consolation, I'm afraid it's going to be. But unfortunately, there was to be no clean sheet for Sipho Chain. We would have been hoping there for clean sheet. Now that number 6 this season, that's a good hitter. Beyond the reach of Sipho Chain.
Now, who is it? Is it Mokoni once again? Or is it Makubu?
I think it is Mokoni.
Yeah.
That got the touch there.
It's very dangerous when it comes to set pieces. 2 in
John
a row.
Mokoni's got 2 goals now this season. But I'm afraid it's going to be a little more than a consolation, because Mr. Tandon Zanzega has blown his whistle. And it ends in victory for the home side. The Buccaneers have done what they had to, put the disappointment of the weekend's result behind them. They live to fight on in another cup competition. They are through now to the semi-finals. Through to the semi-finals. Maswanganyi had a very good game. As I said, no frills, no fuss. They didn't do anything spectacular, but just kept things ticking over. Mbule made a little cameo towards the end. A day off, I think I would say, for Magesi Mbogazi and the Pirates defense tonight. They were not tasted persistently, but there were definitely moments when Magesi looked very dangerous, and at least they will also leave the Orlando Stadium with something to show for their efforts. They suffer their first defeat at this ground. Pirates get their first win at this ground. William Shaw, your thoughts?
I think fantastic from Orlando Pirates, because I felt like, I think it is clear to everybody that was watching that Pirates should have won by a bigger margin, but credit to Chipesa, of course, who made it really difficult. But the attitude of the players, for me, that continues just to pile the pressure and believed in what they were doing, eventually paid off. But once again, Magesi, it's that kind of team that you can just never trust what they're going to bring on. Right at the end, they nearly spoiled the party for the Pirates. It was a competitive game.
Yeah. Well, there you go then. Orlando Pirates secure passage to the quarterfinal, the semi-finals for the 15th time in their history. They say revenge is a dish best served cold. That's what Pirates have done. They've won it by 2-1.